Good morning. Good morning, Cardinia Life peeps. How are you all? Welcome to yoga. My name's Rose. Whether you're doing it, you jump on and do it live, or you do it at a later stage. That's the benefit of this platform. You can pull the classes up at a later stage and do them. So throughout today's class, I'm going to get started straight away because I've actually got to go to a meeting. So throughout today's class, I would like you to focus, or I'm going to bring a focus into our necks. I've got my scarf on, I'll take that off. So there's this, I don't know, for the want of a better word, thing getting around at the moment, and they're calling it text neck. So thinking of people and how they sit and how head, neck and shoulders should line up. I'm really garbled this morning, aren't I? We tend to be doing a lot of this at the moment. We tend to do this a bit anyway, but with what's been going on in the world at the moment, we're on our mobile devices, more on our phones, our electronic devices, with our laptops, iPads, tending to be like this. Or it might even be that you're reading more, but in this position, we can see my neck coming forward. And it seems to be puts a lot of strain here, the front of the neck, the back of the neck, and can cause headaches. So text neck. Hello, Carolyn. I'd like you today to focus on trying to draw. Don't think so much of tucking the chin back. You can see when I tuck my chin back, here come the double, triple, whatever chins. So let's think more of drawing tall and back with our heads and lengthening from the crown of our head right down through the back of our skull to our neck, right down through our spine. So that cervical spine and that thoracic spine especially, the upper back. Who else can I see has popped up? Lara. Hi, Lara. So I'm going to keep bringing a focus. We'll do some poses, some stretches, some releases. We're going to start seated, doing some releases through the neck area that you can pull out and do at any time, and maybe check out the people who you live with, or people as we slowly start to open up the world again, and especially your teenagers or your children, because kids are growing up with these devices, so they're going to end up with their heads. If you keep your body in a position for long enough, that's the position it will always go into. So it can cause imbalances in other areas then. Come to a seated position. I'm sitting up on a bolster. You can sit any way you want, whether it's on a bolster if you have one, a chair, a cushion, kneeling, cross-legged, whatever way is comfortable for you. We'll get some music going, and we'll do some of these neck releases before we get into some flow. So sit nice and comfortably, sit tall, and then check in. As I said, imagine there's a plumb line from the crown of your head, drops down through the back of your skull, through the neck, and everything's lined up nice and tall. So like you're trying to stand with your head resting back against the wall and your shoulders are resting back against the wall. Everything's resting back. Lift your shoulders up to your ears as you breathe in, and then drop them down. Do that once more. Big lift up. Dropping down, and then take a moment to notice the position of your hands. So whether the hands, just turn it down, are resting palm down, whether they're resting, in your lap or down by your sides, turn them palm up. Automatically we have that little rotation in our shoulders, which helps to open this area a bit more as well. Lift the shoulders up, drop them back and down, and then continue with your breath. Come into the focus of your breath. As you breathe in, gently turn your head as far as you can to the left. Pause before slowly releasing the breath. Turn your head as far as you can to the right. Not rushing, just letting the movement happen. Move with your breath. So breath in, turn your head as far as you can to the one way. Breath out, turn as far as you can to the right. Let's do that twice more this way. Relaxing the arms, trying to consciously relax everything. There's always going to be distractions. There's always going to be distractions of other people, or maybe things that happened last night or this morning, or things you've got to do today. Try to let those distractions go. Let the mind traffic settle off to one side. And every time you notice that you are drifting with those thoughts, come back to your breath, come back to the now. Finishing this last one off, gently bring your chin back to center, drop your chin to chest, roll the shoulders. Breath in, lift the shoulders. Breath out, take them back and down. And then eventually dropping the shoulders down, having them back that little. Lift the head back. Find that neutral position. We'll go the other way. Breath into the right. Slow releasing breath out to the left. Not forcing, remember, just go as far as feels comfortable. This is not a competition. Doesn't mean if you go that bit further that you're better. We're looking for the Goldilocks position, a position that feels just right for you in this moment. Breath in, turning as far as you can one way, letting the neck, the shoulders become soft. Finishing off this last one, breath in. Breath out, not rushing it. Bring the head back to centre, chin to chest. Lift the shoulders straight up as you breathe in, and let them drop down as you breathe out. Whether it's a slow, gentle release or whether it's a drop is up to you. We'll do 3 of those, just getting that movement. Keeping the shoulders down now, letting the head hang forward. Now you're welcome to just let the weight of the head drop forward, or bring your hands, interlace fingers, and rest them at the back of your skull, just at the base there. Then let the elbows come forward, not pulling, just the weight of the arms helps to add that bit more of resistance so that we can lengthen through the back of our neck. You don't have to do the arms. Take 2 more breaths here. If you've got the hands there, gently release. Gently bring the head back up to centre. Pause for a moment, palms upwards. Then gently drop your left ear towards your left shoulder. Right hand could stay resting if it is, or you could drop it down to just so it hangs. To help lengthen the side, tighten my hair up, the right side of your neck into the shoulder. Now we have the same option with the left hand as we did with the hands before. You could lift the left hand, drape it over so it catches the right ear. Rest the arm, not pull, just the weight will add that little bit more of a release and stretch. But if that doesn't feel okay to you, don't do it. Don't force it. Let's just gently release. Besides having that text neck from maybe the devices that we're using, we're FaceTiming, we're Zooming, all those things. We're also, I think, carrying a lot, aren't we? A bit more tension, anxiety, carrying the weight of the world, the unknown. So let's keep bringing ourselves back to our breath and letting our muscles release, letting our muscles soften and let go. They don't have to carry. 2 more breaths here. If you've got the hand there, gently remove it. Keeping the head still dropped to the left, just slightly turn your chin towards your left armpit. That moves the release around so it's kind of on the diagonal back of the neck now. So chin goes to armpit. You have the same option to lift the left hand, and now it will drape more on the diagonal. You don't have to do it. Just the weight of that arm will help to give a bit more of a release. Not forcing. Breaths here. Eyes can be open or closed. I like to close mine because I'm easily distracted by things I see, but it's entirely up to you. As you release that last breath, if the hand is there, release it. Let your chin drop to chest. Roll the shoulders a couple of times, be gentle. These releases can be quite deep if you haven't done much of them before. And then slowly float the head back up to centre. Pause with any movement that you want to do or need to do it. Eventually coming back to that neutral spine, checking in, the crown of the head lines up, nice and tall, we're softening down before gently dropping the right ear to the right shoulder. Checking the Your right hand is palm up, left hand maybe stays palm up, or maybe you drop it down off to the side. Right hand maybe floats up and drapes over the head, catching the left ear, and just the weight rests there. Not forcing. While we're in these shapes, I forgot to mention, check in with the hinge of your jaw. Maybe open and close the mouth a couple of times. Consciously moving the jaw side to side before letting the teeth gently just float apart. Take 2 more breaths here. Long breath in, long releasing breath out. Soft and gentle. Be soft and gentle with yourself. You've got the hand there, gently hover it. Remove it. Slowly turn your chin in towards the right armpit. Same option as before. Right arm can float up and over. Feeling that release on the diagonal there, not forcing, just nurturing, nudging and encouraging. Soften the hinge of your jaw. Coming to those final breaths here. Big breath in. Big breath out. Last one. Stay for that exhalation. If the arm is straight, gently move it. Letting your chin gently drop forward. Moving your shoulders, not forcing, being gentle, really gentle. Only going into the depth that feels right for you. Gently bring the head up. Roll the shoulders maybe together, maybe one at a time, forwards, backwards, whatever feels good for you. Take a breath in, reach up really big. Bring the hands, bring the hands behind your head. And let the weight of your head lean back into the hands. Let the elbows fall back. Imagine you're squeezing your pencil between your shoulder blades. Maybe your chest lifts up to the sky. Maybe this is your shape. That's okay. We're all different, so go to what feels good for you. We're not looking for a back bend, we're looking for an opening through the arms, the shoulders, squeezing off the shoulder blades, engaging into that upper back area. 2 more breaths. Gently release the hands, take a big breath in, open really wide, so squeezing shoulder blades together. Then sweep right arm comes under left as you give yourself a cuddle. See if you can grab your shoulder blades down, open the shoulder blades, chin tucks in, you might stay here or you might like to fold forward. Do whatever feels best for you. Let the head hang down if that feels okay. If you'd rather stay up tall, that's fine. That's fine. But focus on opening those shoulder blades, using the fingers to get round as far as you can. If you can't wrap around much, that's okay. Take another breath in here. Letting it go. Next breath in, open up. Squeeze the shoulder blades, and then we'll wrap in and have the left arm underneath this time, or the opposite arm. Grab round as far as you can. Chin drops forward. If that feels good, these are all options, remember. Just getting that opening through the upper back. Stay for 1 more breath. Stay for that exhalation. Breath in, open up, squeeze the shoulder blades, and release. Let's make our way over onto our hands and knees. So you're welcome to kneel on a blanket or use any props at all at any time that suit you. Anything at all. Come onto hands and knees, set yourself in tabletop. I've rearranged myself. And come into some cat-cow. So breath in, really move through the spine. Breath out, stretch the back up as big as you can. Keep going, big breath in. Big breath out. Stay with this cat-cow. If there's any other movement that you'd like to do, feel free to add it in. We'll do 3 more breaths. So 3 more breaths, whether it's with cat-cow or any other movement. Eventually we're meeting now on tabletop. top, and spine fairly neutral. Reach your left arm up, take a breath in, feel it open. Sweep it underneath the right arm as you let the breath go. Breath in. Breath out. One more, big breath in. And out. Come back up. Place the left hand straight over to the right. Take a breath. Sweep it through, getting that movement happening through our upper back. Keep going. Big breath in. And out as you sweep the arm under. And again. Reach the hands out in front as you land them both. A little bit further and we'll come into melting heart, Anahatasana. So hips above knees, melting your chest towards the mat. Melting your chest. Now if you're up here, that's okay, we're not here long. Take 2 breaths in. Big long breath in. Longer releasing breath out. One more. And then sink back to your child's pose. Bottom sinks back to heels, knees together or apart, arms forward or back. Do whatever feels best for you in your arm position. Take 3 deliberate in and out breaths here in your child's pose. So thinking about the neck position in every pose that we come into. And gently come up as you let the breath go into cat. Tuck toes, lift up to your downward facing dog. Bend your right knee, drop your left. Pause here, really feeling a release up through the back of the left leg. Hands are roughly shoulder distance as you push the hands into and away. So into the mat and then away from yourself, lifting the sit bones. Take another breath here. As you let it go, bend the left knee, drop the right heel. Stay here. Maybe a bit of extra walking, so let's release in those calves. Yeah? Keep pushing into the mat. Push the mat away from you. So activating those arms. Take another breath in here. Keep the right heel where it is. Drop the left. Come up high on both feet. Sink both heels down. And again, breath in. And down. Float your right leg up. Take a big long breath in. Step it through between the hands. Grab it if you need to get it there. Lower your back knee, your left knee. Release the feet. Arms sweep up. Knowing you can use blocks or props at any time. Reach up, take a breath in. Cactus the arms, feel the shoulder blades. Stay here. Now engagement through the glutes of the left hip. Lifting up through that pelvic floor. You can stay fairly tall, how I am. Or you can come forward, but I want you to draw up. It's a more classical position here. I want you to still draw up. Find the position that feels best. Cactus those arms. Imagine we're squeezing a pencil between our shoulder blades. Try not to thrust the chin forward, but not tuck it back too much. Just draw it back in alignment. Next breath in, reach up really big. Interlace the hands, bring them behind your head. Like we did before, let our elbows peel open. Let our chest lift. Take another breath here. Before staying as you are, but fold the elbows in either side of your head. And I want you to try to pull your head forward as you push your head back into your arms. So activating those neck muscles. So drawing the arms forward against the back of the head as you push the head back. Take 2 more breaths here. Gently release the arms up. Big breath in. Hands fold forward, landing on the floor, or if you're using a prop, go for it. Lengthen back through the back of your right leg. Draw the sit bones back, finding length through the back of the leg. It's fine if it stays bent. Nose aiming towards toes. Chest towards knee. One more breath here. And gently walk forward. Tuck the toes of the left foot. Left hand is down. Lift the left knee. Left hand is down. Right arm reaches up. Peel it back. Open up. Look at the ceiling. As you let the breath go, sweep it underneath the right leg. Big breath in, come up. And release. And again, big breath in. And release. Hands come to thigh. Let's push ourselves up. Find our crescent lunge. Just the feet if you need to. Breath in, come up. Straighten everything. Breath out, let's bend. Peeling the elbows back. Lifting your chest. Big breath in, come up. Swing the arms forward, then back as your body comes forward, reaching back. Keep your neck in line with your spine. So try not to thrust forward. Just think of an arrow shooting out of the top of your head. Engaging through glutes, reaching through fingers, long breath. Sweep the arms, come up, open to your warrior two. So adjusting your feet, back foot is now down planted, the outer plate. Arms are reaching long. Soften through the shoulders. Eye gaze right, facing forward over your front hand, your right hand. Flip the right hand, reverse your warrior, keep that front knee bending forward. Long breath in. And hands windmill, they land inside your front foot. Pivot onto the ball of the back. Heel toe the right foot out. Not here for too long. Just a little lizard lunge here. Hug the right knee in towards the right shoulder as you do this. Take another breath. Step the right foot back into your plank. Knees or toes, everyone. Knees or toes. Find your plank position. Big long breath in. And release it out. Lining up that neck with that spine. Not thrusting forward here. Trying to just be broad through the shoulder blades. One more breath. Lower all the way to the mat. Knees or toes. Lower to the mat. Release feet. Reach your hands back, palms down. Gently lift the chest. Come back down. Option to stay with lifting just the chest. If you want, you can engage and lift the legs as well. And the hands, reaching fingers back, Shalabhasana. Working into our back and coming down. Same option. Maybe it's just chest. Maybe it's chest and legs. Maybe it's arms engaging. Take a breath. And come down. One more time. Same option. Take a big breath. And release. Hands come back beside the rib cage as we push up and back to our child's pose. Sink your bottom back. Won't be here for too long. Take another breath. As you let it go, stretch through your cat. Tuck your toes, lift up to your downward facing dog. Bend the right knee, drop the left heel. Pushing into the mat, pushing in and away. So lifting the sit bones. One more breath. Swap it over, drop the right heel, lift the left. Especially pushing through the points of finger and thumb. One more breath. Sink both heels. Come high on both feet, breath in. And sink it down, left leg floated up. Take a big breath in, step it through. Help it if you need to, lower the back knee. Release the toes, sweep up. Cactus the arms. So same as before, you might prefer to have a bit more length, but draw up through your pelvic floor. Draw up through the pelvic floor, a little bit more. Too many layers, I start too early in the morning. Drawing those shoulder blades, squeezing it pencil between your shoulder blades, keeping that head back in that neutral position. Take a breath in, let's reach up. Interlace the hands, bring them behind your head. Elbows pull back as we lift the chest slightly, always engaging through the glutes, drawing the lower ribs down. So imagine trying to get the lower ribs down towards the hips, so we're not letting the rib cage flail out or flare out. From here, let's bring the arms in. So as we pull forward with our arms, we push back with our head, engaging through the neck muscles, softening through the shoulders though. Breath and release the arms up. Big breath in, hands land, tuck toes at the back foot, lift the knee, reach the left arm up, breath in, breath out, sweeps under, and again. And again. Hands land on the front leg as we push ourselves up into our crescent lunge. Take a big breath in, stretch up, cactus those arms, feel the shoulder blades, draw back, with the chest open. Big breath in, let's reach up, bend into that knee, bring the body forward as the arms sweep forward and back, find your arrowhead, reach back through the fingers. Checking we're not dropping the chin, tucking back too much, we're just trying to line up. One more breath. Open to your warrior two. Adjust the feet, nice and strong. Eye gaze forward over that front hand, soften through. Hips are squaring off to the right side of the mat. Let's flip the front palm, the left hand, peel back over. Take a long breath in. Hands windmill, they land inside the front foot as we come onto the ball of the back. Adjust the position of the front foot, but then hug the knee in. Really hug it in. Pushing the mat away. Take one more breath here. Let's step our front foot back, find our plank. Hold your plank. This can be on knees or toes, but let's really draw the rib cage and the hips together. Broaden through the upper back. Nice and strong. Two more breaths here. Long breath in, long breath out. Last one. If you've got a flow, take it. Otherwise, come with me. We'll lower down through our chaturanga. And we'll just do a cobra. We'll meet back in our downward facing dog. When you get to down dog, just pause for a moment. Focusing on the hands, pushing the mat away. Strong connection between hands and mat. Hips lifted. Breathing through. Come high on the balls of the feet, knees bend, look to hands. Step or jump to the top of your mat. Find your forward fold. Release through the wrists, let the head hang. Hands to shins, half lift. Keep your head looking down. Line the neck up with the spine and pause here. Arms are straight, legs are straight, back is straight. Take another breath in. Stay for the exhalation. One more breath. Fold down. Breath in. And release. Sweep all the way up. Interlace hands, bring them behind your head, elbows open. Let the weight of the head sink back into the hands. Let the eye gaze just be directly in front of your face. So that might be slightly upwards, it might be somewhere else, that's fine. Feel that opening. One more breath. Let the breath go, let the hands go. Tadasana, mountain pose. Breath in, come up. Let's fold and release. Half lift. Hands land, step back to your plank, pause in your plank. Push the mat away, line the neck up with the spine. Take another long breath in. Take your flow. So if you're not sure, it's that lowering down to that Chaturanga Dandasana, scooping to whatever back bend suits you, whether it's high or low. Peeling back over to your downward facing dog. Right leg lifts long. Take a big breath in. Let's float forward, knee touches nose before stepping through. Lifting straight up to your crescent lunge. Releasing the wrists. Take a breath, straighten up. Cactus the arms, feel the shoulder blades, bend the back knee and the front. Big breath in, come up. Open to your warrior two. Adjust the feet if you need. Soften through the shoulders. Eye gaze is strong. As we flip, reverse our warrior. Come over, land your front elbow, back arm. Let's extend it up and round, but then land the hand on the left hip. While it's here, turn the left shoulder back and focus on opening this area. You can keep the right elbow resting or you can slide it inside, whichever one suits you. Focus on keeping this open. Hand can stay here on the left hip or you could slide it up, but focus on shining that left breastbone or the pec there towards the ceiling. Like there's a light we're trying to shine and open up. Two more breaths here. And release, windmill, hands land inside. As we heel toe the foot out slightly, finding your lizard lunge, hugging the right knee into the right shoulder. Lifting up through the left thigh muscle. Big long breath in. Step back to your plank. Hold your plank. Take a breath. Chaturanga Dandasana. Take your flow. Whatever flow suits you. Meeting in our downward facing dog. Left leg lifted up nice and long. Come forward so you can touch knee and nose before stepping through. Lifting up to your crescent lunge. Wobble, wobble is allowed. Let's reach up nice and long. Cactus those elbows, bend both knees. Peel the elbows back. Peel the hands back as well. Drawing in through the rib cage, drawing in and up through the pelvic floor. Take a big breath, come up. Open to a warrior two. Set your eye gaze, soften through the shoulders. Outer blade of your back foot is connected. It's like the feet are trying to draw together against the mat. Let's flip that front palm, reverse. Come over, land the front elbow. Back arm, we windmill it open. And then we land that top hand on the top hip. Peel the top shoulder back. Top shoulder being right if you're with me. Peel back. The option is to keep the hand on hip, focusing on opening that right shoulder, that right pec, or maybe slide the arm up, but keep opening that shoulder and pec. Staying here for 2 more breaths. We've got this. Windmill, hands come down, land inside the left leg as we come onto the ball of the right. A little bit of movement outwards of the left leg, but then pulling the knee in towards the shoulder. Where is your head and neck? Soften through the neck and shoulders, line them up. 2 more breaths here. Stepping back, find your plank, push the mat away. Nice and broad, nice and long. 1 more breath in here. As you exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana, your flow. Slow pedal. High on the balls of the feet, knees bend, look to hands, make your way to the top of your mat into your forward fold. When you're in your forward fold, heel toe the feet out to at least hip distance. Pistol grip if you can, so the pointer and the middle finger wrap around the big toes. If you can't reach them, maybe rest elbows on thighs. You can reach them, use that as an anchor, and then let your head, the elbows go out, let the weight of the head hang down. So like that plumb bolt, it's lengthening through your neck and your spine. The weight of the head is helping everything to align and lengthen. Keep strong in the legs, not just dumping. Three more breaths here. And slowly release. The hands, bring the feet back to how you're practicing. Hands to shins, half lift, eye gaze is down. Keep that length. Pause here. Keep using your breath to stay here. Lengthen the arms, the legs, the back. Soften and lengthen through the neck. 1 more breath in. And release. Sweep up all the way. Palms come together. They float to your heart center. Lift the toes of both feet. Anchor them down into the mat. And especially ground down through your left foot. As we lift the right heel, turn the knee out. We're going to find tree pose. We're trying not to hook the hip out how I am now. Be up tall. Maybe the toes start on the floor. Maybe they come to inner thigh. Maybe in a calf. Set that backwards, didn't I? Find what feels right for you. Ground down. And then grow your arms up. Grow your tree before bringing the hands behind your head. Letting the weight of your head fall back and your eye gaze lift up. The elbows fall back. Be a slight lifting of the chest and a drawing down and in of the rib cage. 2 more breaths here. Soften the hinge of your jaw. Slowly release. Arms up. Unhook the foot, lift the knee up. Take a breath, reach up. Soften it down. A little bit of a pedal on the spot as we move to the other side. Lift and spread the toes of the right foot. Lift the left heel, and if you're opposite to me, that's fine. Toes can stay on the floor. Maybe push into inner calf. You might find you're different each side. I generally am, but try not to have that thought either. Maybe today you're not. Palms come together in your heart space. Find the position that suits you best for your legs, and if you wobble, that's fine as you grow your tree especially. And then hands come behind as we lift our chest. Settle yourself, settle your eye gaze. Keep pushing the foot into the leg, whatever part of the leg, just not the knee, and the leg into the foot. So there's an activation on both sides there. 2 more breaths here. Foot gently releasing, arms up, unhook the foot, lift the knee. Take a big breath, step it down. Breath in, come up, big breath. Fold and release. Half lift. Hands land. Step back to your plank, your final flow. Final flow. It is optional always. You can do it, not do it, come to whatever back bend suits you. We meet back in our downward facing dog. And we sink to our child's pose. Big toes together, knees together or apart. Arms up to you, whether they're forward, whether they're stacked under forehead. Let yourself sink. Let yourself be here.
To outcomes. Letting go of the way things are.
Let yourself soften.
If I could let go of
Take 2 more breaths here in your child's pose.
let go of right or wrong. It would get deeper and deeper.
Gently push yourself up and come over to sitting. Sitting down. It's very tangled this morning. Knees can be bent or straight. Let's reach up really tall and just fold forward. Fold forward. Let your head hang. Reaching the arms as far as you can, feeling release down either side of your trunk. Don't focus on getting the head down. Just try to let the head be in fairly good alignment with the neck and spine. Two more breaths here. Slowly releasing, slowly coming up. Coming onto your back. Coming onto your back. Knees bent. Cross your left ankle over your right knee. Slide the hands around the right leg and pull up. Thread the needle. If that's a bit tricky, this might be enough for you, which is great. So doing that figure 4 shape. Using the left hand to push the left knee out, or you could slide and pull up. I do want your head supported, so try to make it that your head is resting down. And if you have to pull your head up to wrap the arms around, slide something under the back of your head. Could be a cushion, a pillow, a book, a block, anything. Anything that will support it and let you relax through the neck muscles. Let you feel the weight of your head drop down heavily into whatever it is. Point and flex the feet. You can flex the ankles to hold them in that flex. 2 more breaths. And gently release. Place the feet down. Just pause for a moment. Let everything realign before going over to the other side. Right leg. You might stay here. You might come to that thread the needle. Relaxing the head, neck and shoulders down. And if they don't go down, pop something underneath them. You don't have to have the top leg straight. If you prefer it bent, that's fine. If you prefer to reach up here and grab, that's fine as well. See what works for you. One more breath. gently untangling your legs and reaching them up to the ceiling. Before reaching to the ceiling actually, lift your bottom, slide the hands, palms down under your lower back and lift them up. If you don't want the hands underneath, that's fine. Viparita Karani, it's a great inversion, one of my favourite poses. I do this every day. Sometimes I do it against the wall. It could even be against a chair with your legs strapped over a chair like so. Just lifting the hips gives that bit of a different tilt to the hips and it feels better for me. But do what feels right for you. Might be that you slide a cushion underneath. You might have nothing. You might like the hips down. Once again, head, neck and shoulders are fully supported. And you're relaxing that area. Eyes open or closed. If your mind is starting to drift off with that traffic of the mind, nudge yourself back to now. Nudge yourself back to your breath. Give yourself, your body, when I say yourself, give your body the attention it deserves. Not as in, oh, well, look at me, I look good, but as in the feeling. Try and come into the feeling of your body rather than the jumping of the mind. Our minds tend to take over, so let's come to notice different parts of our body. Take 3 more breaths here. And then eventually gently bring the knees down, feet come down. You're welcome to stay like that, or you're welcome to find whatever shape you like for Shavasana. So I'm coming into the traditional corpse pose, which is feet just letting them naturally fall out to where they're comfortable, arms wide, palms open, letting my shoulders drop back. If this is comfortable for you, great, go there. Maybe you'd like a bolster or pillows or something underneath your back or your knees is nice. Try to lie down. Lying down is good in that you can fully, once again, let go in the neck and shoulders. Think of how much a head weighs and what your neck is carrying all day, every day. So letting yourself have this time to really sink a bee is really, really special, I think. If your mind is wandering, keep nudging back to the breath and the different feelings of your body. Try to get out of your mind and actually notice and actually feel your toes. Feel your feet, your ankles. Feel your shins and calves. Your knees. The thighs, front and back of thighs, your bottom, the hips. All up through the lower back, the spine, the mid-back. To that tummy area. The ribs, the chest. Into the upper back area. The lungs. Feel the lungs as they and the belly fill up as you breathe in. Feel the feeling in those areas as you breathe out. Fill up into your chest. Front of your shoulders, the back of your shoulders, your upper back area. From your fingers, each individual finger, notice the thumbs, pointer fingers, middle finger, the ring fingers, and the pinkies. Notice the palms of your hands, the backs of your hands. Notice right up through the wrists. The forearms, the elbows, the upper arms, into the shoulders. Across your shoulders, up into the neck. Consciously soften your neck. Maybe open and close your mouth a couple of times. Maybe move the jaw side to side. Notice your face. Let the skin of your face fully soften and sink back in towards the ears. Like somebody's running their fingertips across your face and gently massaging and releasing. This happens through your whole skull. Just a gentle massage of your scalp. A softening. Keep coming back to your breath. Keep coming back to your space. So I'll just read this verse to you as you start to become aware of your body. Have patience with all things, but first with yourself. Never confuse your mistakes with your value as a human being. You're a perfectly valuable, creative, worthwhile person simply because you exist. And no amount of triumphs or tribulations can ever change that. Unconditional self-acceptance is the call of a peaceful mind. It's a verse by St. Francis de Sales. Start to stretch. You are welcome to stay as you are, but if you're ready to leave, start to stretch, wriggle, wake up, roll to one side. Gently pause on your side. Before slowly pushing yourself up into a seated position. When you come to sit, much like the start, sit however you're comfortable. You can perch yourself up on something, whether it's a chair or something. You don't have to sit cross-legged. Take a big breath in, lift your shoulders up towards your ears, and then take them back and down. Checking in with the position of your head, neck and shoulders in relation to the rest of your spine. And now I'd like you just to gently take your head to the left, but then tilt your chin upwards. So there's a diagonal lift of the chin, and we get a release now. If you open your eyes, you can see on that diagonal front part of the neck. Now this is an area also that gets a lot of crunching happening in it because we have that forward thrusting position of our head. So our neck is gripping and holding on. I don't know, I can't remember how heavy a head is, but I like to think of it as a bowling ball. Imagine having that weight to lift all the time. Try and soften, try and consciously drop the right shoulder down. Move the jaw a couple of times, open and close, side to side. One more breath in. As you release the breath, really slowly and gently move the head back. Take your time. This can be deep openings. Pause with the head in its neutral, comfortable position before gently dropping over to the right slightly, and then a slight lifting up of the chin, the diagonal. We open up that same area but on the left side now. You might notice one side a lot tighter than the other. You might not. Own time, nice and slowly bring the head back to centre. If there's any movement your body's asking for, please feel free to do that. Then bring the palms together in front of your heart centre. Check in with yourself. Check in with yourself. Thumbs come to your third eye. Your lips. Back into Anjali Mudra. Finish the practice with an Om. You're welcome to join in. Of course, I love to feel the vibration of this universal hymn. So we'll do 2 breaths in and out, and as we let the second one go, we'll Om together. Let's go. Big breath in. Second breath. Namaste. Thank you so much for taking time for yourself today, whether it's live or at a later stage, and letting me be part of it. Remember, it's really important to sit tall, release through our necks, release through our shoulders, release through our minds. Just be gentle on yourself. It's been a different time, so let's be gentle on ourselves, because we don't know how we're going to react, because we've never been there before. Thanks everybody, much love. Stay safe. Can't wait till we can on together.